Hello, welcome to my channel, Safe Infinity. In this video, I just wanted to quickly kind of discuss the idea of like, I don't know what you'd really call it, but like, like traversing through timelines or like, reality becoming a little more like fluid or like dreamlike state or what have you. You know, just not to be, too surprised or what have you if you do kind of, tap into that flow state a bit, or, as you are, if you're embarking on, an ascension or growth or whatever type journey where you do feel like you may have been kind of, chopping and changing between timelines or what have you a little bit, to just, not to be alarmed or overwhelmed if some things do suddenly just seem, a little different. Like, if, your surroundings seem a little different, even something like, the shops just look a little bit different to how you normally remember them, or maybe your shop is like moved 2 stores down from where you used to remember it being, or, just like little like changes like that. Maybe like you remember your neighbor's rose garden being like pink flowers and now it's white roses or something, just like if you just like notice like little changes or little things like that, not to be like overwhelmed or worried by it at all, and to see it as that sign and confirmation and synchronicity that you are changing and like, leveling up and enhancing your consciousness in a way that you now are able to kind of bring through these, more array of options for yourself, and bringing through these newer timelines for yourself to kind of integrate in that kind of, balances and matches your new frequency as you're raising your frequency or what have you, or etc. So yeah, just not to be, too alarmed or overwhelmed if, things like that seem a bit more like fluid, like a dream or something in that way. And to always just, if you do feel like a little lost or overwhelmed or confused by, things along your journey or what have you, to just, always to remember to just ground yourself, and to use your heart as that like guiding compass. When there's a sea of infinity and your mind can kind of go with all these parallel options, just, settling and grounding back into yourself and using your heart as that guiding compass to lead you the way. Trying to stay in an energy of love over fear, not doing things or taking actions or steps out of fear, but doing things out of, like love and joy and what feels right to you and the way you're feeling intuitively guided, and not being afraid to just settle into yourself, surrender to spirit and God and the universe, and just let things come as they come and flow to you as they flow. All right, I might leave that one there for now. Sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always.